200, 700, 900 all together. Guys, I don't know what to say. So guys, firstly, the turbo, the latest purchase, the newest on the fleet. This car was actually left on the side of the road in the city after it overheated. It was parked up for about 1 year. The guy left it after it cooked on him. The recovery came out to him. They said they think it's the water pump. He just left it on the side of the road. He never dealt with it. Now, I made him an offer and I didn't think I would get it. I didn't think he would accept it because, and as he was, rightly so, bombarded with offers, but most of them were actually really bad offers, and mine obviously was more generous than I thought. Went out to see the car. I would say we revived it, but we didn't really have to do much. We literally put a battery on it and it just fired up, put some fresh fuel in it, drove it. Well, I had to take the thermostat out and that stopped it from overheating. I've since fitted a new thermostat, no problem. Now it runs absolutely fine, keeps temp, no problem at all. But yeah, this car, it's got like a really nice, it's a much more modern feeling compared to the other two. It's really business, it's really get the job done. I really like it, guys. I really like this car. It's just really nice inside. I mean, they all are, but we've got heated seats, but the switches have been taped over. So yeah, like, you know, there's things to do. You know, there's always something to do on the brick, isn't there? And we've got 3, so we're definitely going to be busy. There's going to be no shortage of content. So yeah, on that note, let's jump into the 740. This car's just got every shade of blue, and I've even added a shade of my own blue as well on the rear arch, but we won't get too into that. The 740, now this was actually off the road for 10 years. It was in storage, 1,300 euros. Felt as though I'd got a good deal. It was advertised as running and drive, well, starting, running, no problem, and rust-free. No rust, only dust is what he said. Now, of course, that turned out to be total what they'd actually done, it didn't run for one thing, absolutely no chance, and we had to do some things to the fuel system to get it to run, clean out the tank, new fuel pump, filter and all that. But actually what they'd done is there was no flaws in the car pretty much, and they'd basically used like old pieces of rust, of like rusty floor and filler, and made like some kind of like sandwich and like packed it all together, so the floor was basically all filler. And it was starting to get into the frame, the rot as well. Yeah, absolute disaster. But yeah, with some help from my friends over at Whiteland Restorations, they sent me over some repair panels. They actually used a 240 boot lid, and they used a 760 GLE as a template to cut out some flaws for me. And then yeah, I got them fitted to this car. We'll say fitted. That's debatable, but we won't go too into that. But it's got flaws in it. Most importantly, most of the rot, or pretty much all of the rot, has been cut out of it. What I couldn't get out, I've treated. And we're just hoping that the car lasts. It's got problems on the inside the sills quite badly. Rear arches are going to need work. It's going to need attention. It's going to need, you know, actually restoring at some point. And, you know, but we'll see. We've got an inspection on it. We've got everything that we needed to do to get it through its first inspection in 10 years. And now, guys, I'm just driving it and just enjoying it. And what a lovely car to enjoy. Big square headlights, big square grills. It feels very American in its aims, in its intentions. That's why I don't mind this car being auto. Knock it into D, sit back, comfortable, put your heated seat on, and just enjoy it, you know. And I'd say the 240 is a little bit more for like a real driving experience. So on that note, let's get over to the 240. This, for a driving experience, you feel like you're driving this car. I know it's a bit of a cliche and it's a little bit overused. You feel every gear change, you know, you feel the road, you feel everything, you feel the weight of the car, you feel everything working. This is very much 70s technology, a 70s car. Now, this is a 1988 model, and they actually made these cars up until 1992, which blows me away. Maybe even 93. Either way, late, very, very long time. That still boggles me, guys, that this... You could buy this in 1990. Literally, you could have bought a 940 and it's already a couple of years old. And then you could also buy a brand new one of these. Like, it just blows me away. But they were so popular. they worked so well. It was such a great recipe that they just carried on making them. And that was very much Volvo's thing. You know, if it works, why change it? You know, we'll just keep using it because it works, so we'll leave it alone. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm getting way too excited. Yeah, but it's just lovely. It's just an absolutely lovely car. So me and Miss Involvo'd, we actually took the train across Germany. It was about over 6 hours to get to this car, cash in our pocket, ready to buy it. And we took a chance really, because obviously if it was no good, it would have been 6 hours back on the train, and I think I would have gone crazy. The arse end was sitting on the ground, the rear bushes were totally shot. There was a few issues, it was running really badly, but you know, but we just loved it. You know, we just loved it, we wanted it, and that was it, guys. You know, we handed over the cash. I think it was advertised for 2.5 and we paid 2.3. We got a little bit off, and yeah, we drove it back from the other side of Germany. Just get this warm fuzzy feeling when I get behind the wheel. The stalk's so thin and old, and the noise of the gearbox and the gear changes, and you know, she's got like a whine from the rear axle, but it like adds a lot of character. Piston slap like crazy, tack 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 tack. But it's great, and the look and the styling of a 240 saloon, absolutely fantastic. Can't get enough of it. I've actually got to get to the garage and get some work done instead of just talking all day. Yeah, I was just really excited for this, guys. 2, 7 and 9 all next to each other. I had no idea that would ever be a thing. I'd ever be able to do that. Yeah, and I'm sure it won't be the last Volvo as well. So yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. It doesn't pay for these cars. You guys watching the videos, it pretty much just puts the fuel in them. Maybe not quite, because they are pretty bloody thirsty, and that is the one downside to these cars. But you guys watching, it does justify me spending so much money on these cars to Miss Involvo'd, my partner, and that's what counts.